They say nobody does a funeral like the Irish do funerals, but here in the city of Valladolid in Spain, we're going to see an Irish funeral that is completely unique. We're here in the city of Valladolid, which used to be the capital of Spain, for the recreation of the royal funeral given to Red Hugh O'Donnell, the Irish chieftain who fled Ireland after the Battle of Kinsale in 1601 and died in Simancas Castle outside Valladolid. That royal funeral is being recreated here in the streets of Valladolid tonight. This is part of a celebration of the joint history that Ireland and Spain had, particularly at the end of the 16th century when we were fighting a common foe in the English.
A fellow from my own town in Lifford in County Donegal, Red Hugh O'Donnell, has been one of our greatest heroes and leaders. Himself and Hugh O'Neill started what is known in Irish history as the 9 Years' War. Unfortunately, it ended in the Battle of Kinsale.
In 1601, after a long time of appealing to the Spanish did arrive in Ireland to support the Irish cause. But unfortunately they landed in Kinsale, which I suppose was never really the plan. As the Spanish leader De la Guila described it, it was like a hole, and the Spanish essentially became sieged in the town by the English. It all went wrong. It's often cited as the kind of final stand of Gaelic Ireland, and it paved the way for what became the Ulster Plantations, the flight of the Earls. 400 years on, we can see the legacy of these events still on our island. It resulted in the Spanish returning to Spain, and Hugh O'Donnell, I suppose, was quite quick to follow them out to Spain and appeal for their support again going forward.
Red Hugh came to Spain to ask the then King Philip III for another armada, and unfortunately, when he came here to Simancas to talk to the king, unfortunately he passed away here. So in Lifford he took his first breath, and in Simancas here, the castle behind us, he took his last breath.
So we're here in the courtyard of Simancas Castle outside Valladolid. It was here in September 1602 that Red Hugh O'Donnell died. He was only 29. We're not really sure to this day how and why he died. There's some suggestion that he died from a tapeworm infection, others that he was poisoned by a traitor by the name of Blake. In any case, he was only 29 years of age. Simancas is now one of the main archives of the Spanish state. And what we have seen here today is an original copy of the last will and testament of Red Hugh. What we also have here is a letter from Hugh O'Neill to the Spanish King Philip II requesting more help. So there are a lot of documents in this archive that link Ireland and Spain.
I have been living here in Valladolid all my life. In 2007, a historian approached my family and told, "Where are you from?" "We are from Valladolid." "Oh, Valladolid, in Valladolid is buried Red Hugh O'Donnell." And from that moment I started reading about Red Hugh, about the burial, about everything, about the funeral. So we decided, why don't we repeat something like that?
Furthermore, I offer my body to the land from which it was formed, which I want and command to be buried in the Church of San Francisco, in this monastery in the city of Valladolid.
What we are trying to do is to do the things very close to the real moment of 422 years ago. Historic connections are very clear, are very strong. Valladolid people, the people in this area, now knows quite a lot about Red Hugh O'Donnell. We are proud of that, and we are proud that we are promoting the Irish and Spanish relation in this way.
Tonight we saw the third reenactment of Red Hugh O'Donnell's funeral, and each year I have seen it, it has built bigger and bigger interest. It very much reflects the generosity of Spain at the time, taking in what will be seen today as refugees fleeing persecution, political, religious persecution. And I suppose it was the beginning of Ireland's relationship with Spain, which is, continues right up to this day. There's lots of connections. It goes back 400 years, but it's also continued since then, and it's heartwarming and it's moving in its own way.